first thing we're going to do is take the rest of these off, get the peel off of here. You can see these are my old studs for the bolt-on spacers. Not really too big of a fan of these things. I mean, they're tiny. But they have been holding up, so really can't fault them, I guess. Oh, now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. Alright, time to get to the good stuff. So, we've got our Motorsport hardware studs. Nice bullet nose. Be much nicer than those terrible lug bolts. Terrible lug bolts that BMW comes with. I'm just going to kind of finger tight the first one in. You can Loctite these things, but you don't really have to. They'll stay in there just like the bolts do. Just got to make sure you get them good and tight in there. I'm going to put this one on backwards because what we got to do is a procedure known as double nutting. The reason I'm putting them on backwards is even though they're probably going to get scratched up when I use the socket on them to take the wheel on and off, I don't want to ruin them on purpose. So we're going to try doing it this way. If it doesn't work, well, I guess we're going to have to try the other way. They might not even scratch up, honestly. I'm pretty sure these are anodized, not powder coated. So it's going to be pretty tough to scratch these things up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 wrenches, tighten these against each other. Then we're going to use the outside wrench and tighten this bolt in here. So I'm going to take another 17. I'm going to put it here. Tighten this guy right against it. Now when I turn it, it's turning the stud too. So running into the same problem where I don't have any friends. They can't come over to help me. So get that good and tight on there. Tighten this up a little more here and get it a little bit tighter. Yeah, there we go. And then go ahead and break these two apart. And just like that, one stud done. No more wrestling with my bolts to try to get my wheels lined up with my rotor and my spacer and my spindle there. So much nicer to have studs. And do the next one. Just like the first one, screw on in there. Alright, so we got this one in by hand. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to try using this side. There's a little bit more surface area on it. Might be a little bit better to double nut against. I think this is kind of weak here. Not that it did any damage, but I think I'm going to try using the other side. We'll see what happens. There's a problem with that. I only got a closed end wrench and an open end wrench, so now I am stuck, kinda. That's alright though. can go this way. Put that guy on there. Tighten this right against him. Seeing as these are really for a track application, probably not too worried about scratching your lug nuts. Let's get them nice and tight in there. Break them loose. Take them off. And number 2 is done. Damage report. It's still pretty black. I mean, actually, they look fine. So, I think we're going to keep doing it that way. Let's do the rest. To put this, slide this sexy lightweight Motorsport hardware spacer on here. So much nicer than the bolt-on spacers I had before. Go ahead and slip this on. Bolt these Johnnies back on here. Here is the finished product. Might be able to see in there. Let me get some light for you here. You can see him in there. Nice bullet nose. Nice look to him. Real Motorsports look. Look like proper lug nuts should, not lug bolts. So it's important to say, drive on these, check them right after you drive on them. They might loosen up, and they might not have the forearm strength of a gorilla. But just go back and check them, make sure they're torqued down. Should be able to retorque these 100 times, and just be just fine. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Enjoy.